Hello Capricorns, welcome into your reading. We are doing a general reading for you today on what you need to know about current circumstances, things that you need to be made aware of, self-growth purposes. That is what my readings are based on, is making sure that you are conscious and aware of the things that are going on in your life and the options that you have available to you to make the best choices for yourself. So I just want you to resonate with the things that you do feel called to, but also do not lose your power to tarot readings, as you do still have your own control over your life and making the best choices for yourself. But just keep that in mind. And yeah, we have the Light Seers, and we also have the Witchcraft Oracle coming out to play with you today. So let's go ahead and figure out what you need to know about anything going on in your life. What does Capricorn need to know? Let's pull some Oracle cards and then we'll clarify with some tarot and then end off with some advice. What does Capricorn need to know? Alright, so we have Time Capsule card. We also have Bubble Power. And then we also have a woo! My voice is heard in the world. My wishes flow easily out into the world. I have the confidence to be myself. So it seems like these cards are kind of showing some activation within your throat chakra. Maybe there are some things that you are looking to change or act on to make sure that you are going towards the direction that you need to go towards. I feel like the confidence is coming up also with the throat chakra, as there's some things that have prepared you for this moment to be able to activate this voice of yours, to be able to speak freely to either the people that you need to speak to, or maybe even to, let's just say, doing the things that you wish need to be done, right? So I feel like there's something heavily going on right now with voice activation, whether that be manifesting or just creating a better reality for yourself. So the Bubble Power card is also something that is pulling up to me right now. It says, my wishes flow easily out into the world. Maybe this is something that you have also been kind of hoping for, that there seems to be like a change that needs to be made in your life. And that I think also too, the change is coming within you. I don't know if this is necessarily something that you have ultimately expected to happen, but it just seems like that's the right course for you, is that you are the one that's activating the change in your life because you are gaining this power. It's almost like not necessarily a test, but kind of like a trial, so to speak. So let's go ahead and get some clarification from some tarot cards. What is this situation that Capricorn is going through with the throat activation? Yeah, so like I said, this is something that's needing to be done. This is something that is a fated moment for you, Capricorn, for you to be able to kind of like stand your ground, for you to be able to go through this trial to activate something, because it almost seems like it's something that is going to benefit you in the long run, something that might be overdue for you in a scenario where this is going to elevate you to maybe pursue something later on down the road, something like that, because we do have something going on here with the Knight of Wands, which is fast-moving energy. This energy is starting to pick up for you. You're starting to feel this intensity of needing to either speak out, or you could even have some sort of like hot-headedness in a way of where you're going to explode this energy, and it might be something that you need to realize that you are coming from potentially a hurt place, okay? You're coming from maybe a place where you don't have like full-on clarity about things. Maybe you need to be better grounded with this energy, because it does show with the Hermit coming in as well, that this is something that maybe you need to collect your thoughts. This is something that yes, your voice is very powerful. Yes, your voice needs to be activated. But at the same time, there is a struggle behind how much intensity is starting to bull up underneath the surface. So I'm feeling like you're going to have to collect your energies, get some more clarity, get some more resolution within your own self before letting this energy go, because it is something that you have high intensity passion over, whether that's coming from your heart space or whether that's coming from, like, let's just say, if this is a passion of yours, like a hobby or a career based thing that you're trying to make work, you are needing to really slow down a little bit and kind of make sure that you're not coming from the wrong places. Like, you know that you need to activate this voice because you're needing to correct something in your life. You're needing to make a stand. You're needing to prove a point. But at the same time, it almost feels like there's a lot of chaos within this energy that needs to be settled down for you to actually get your point across the right way. It's not necessarily that you are needing to, like, sit with this energy and, like, shut up about it. It's just that you need to come across it the right way, or else it's not going to come across at all in fairness to you. It's either you don't talk about it and things don't go well, or you explode about it and things don't go well. So you need to come to an energy of you just maintaining level-headedness, like Capricorns can. Sometimes Capricorns can be hot-headed because of that devil energy, but you need to also make sure that you're level-headed with this situation. You make sure that you get your point across in a very validating way for you, so that way you can continue moving forward with your life. For some reason, I feel like this is coming based off like a moral aspect. Maybe there is some morals that you stand on and they are getting kind of neglected by other people, and you're having to stand up for yourself in that manner. So that's kind of what's coming up in this energy. But I just feel like there's a lot of groundedness that needs to happen. And it is showing that there's a lot of blue within the Five of Swords, the Hermit, and the Wheel of Fortune. You're still having to activate this voice of yours, standing up for yourself, making sure that you are controlling the situations in your life that needs to be controlled. So what is some other energies that needs to come up about this situation? What is the best strategy for Capricorns to get their point across? All right, we have the Page of Cups. We have the Lovers. We have the Queen of Swords. Okay. Yep, slow and tactical. Okay. I'm going to pull one more card, actually. And the Magician. Okay. So, slow and tactical, making sure that you are very open with your heart in a positive light. Making sure that light is able to come into your heart space, fill up your heart space, and then also transmit that energy up through your throat. So that way it's activating light. It has to come from a gentle approach. It has to come from an approach where, you know, the way that you would talk to yourself. I feel like that's kind of what's coming up here, is that you need to talk to whoever is in this situation the way that you would talk to yourself, or the way that you would talk to maybe even a child that you have strong energetic love for. And I'm also feeling like there might be a necessity for you to kind of allow this other person that's also within this exchange, or it might not even be a person, it might be a group, it might be a thing, but allow that thing or person to kind of reveal their side, kind of allow them to get to a circumstance where they can expose some truths from their side and kind of take that into consideration. It doesn't necessarily have to void your thoughts or feelings, but I just feel like it has something to do with you needing to kind of get the full story So that way you can actually say what you need to say, because I feel like what you were saying is going to be activating a lot. It's not necessarily going to be activating just for you, but it could be activating for things that are around you as well. So it's almost like you need to be careful what you wish for in a scenario too, because a lot of the things can start moving around you as well. It's almost like if you offend somebody, then what about if that person that you offend teams up with someone else and they get a big group going, and then all of a sudden, you know, you're facing this big group, or this big group like leaves from your side as support, and you don't have that support anymore. So it can go a lot of ways for you, Capricorn, where you can easily lose people with support for you, or you can gain respect and also stand your ground and make sure that you are, you know, voicing your opinion the right way, and that it's actually making changes for you in the better way. So making sure that you're taking these things into consideration, making sure that you are leveling up your confidence to speak out, and also making sure that you're speaking out with all the knowledge that you need before speaking out, so that way things are taken care of in all circumstances around you. So what final advice do we need to hear for Capricorn in this scenario? Something here. Cards are going crazy. What is final advice for Capricorn? Okay. Yep. Okay. Final advice, we got the Ace of Swords and the Sun card. So activating with clarity your voice, your inner truth, your knowledge about life in general. You seem to have a good knowledge about life in general, and like morals, circumstances, lifelong histories, whatever. And I feel like you have a lot to show for, right? And that's what needs to represent you. You need to represent your own wisdom, your own knowledge about self, your own world knowledge. Let that come out. Let that be available to you. Do not allow things to kind of suppress your words of wisdom, because it almost seems like you can get in a situation where a lot of deep, darker things come out. There needs to be a lot more free and lighthearted things to come out in this scenario. And that's how you should approach the situation. That's how you should take care of the situation, is allowing a lot of that warmth and that resonance to come out of you with more of a light and love type of feeling. You don't need to allow things to be hidden. Everything almost seems like it needs to come all out onto the table for this scenario, where you don't need to leave anything left unsaid. You don't need to have any more questions at the end of it. People around you don't need to have any more questions. Speak your truth, but let the lightheartedness, the warm-heartedness come out and like approach the situation, because it doesn't need to be ill. It doesn't need to be angry. It doesn't need to be in that darker energy. It's just not going to work for you. You need to have the mental clarity, and you need to expose the truth from your point of view. All right, let's see if I can get one more Wishcraft card. And we have Field of Crystals. I am loved and protected. Yes, you are. You're very loved and very protected. You just need to remember that the way you choose your path, you're still going to be okay, but you need to make sure that it's true to you. And whatever you truly resonate with, Capricorn, you're ultimately going to find your truth and the path that's meant for you. Okay? So that's what I have for you, Capricorn. If you have any concerns or questions, feel free to drop them down in the comments below. But I love you all. Thank you so much for being here, and take care.